The overall air quality in Delhi has deteriorated to the very poor category, with the latest AQI being 306 overall. Now, officials from the Met Department have said that the air quality index will remain bad even tomorrow due to unfavourable Met and climatic conditions. Now, this has prompted the Commission for Air Quality Management to invoke Stage 2 of the Graded Response Action Plan measures. These anti-pollution measures will be implemented in the entire National Capital Region, and under this, the Air Quality Panel has asked the authorities in the NCR region to increase parking fees, to discourage private transport and enhance the services of CNG or electric buses and metro trains as well. Meanwhile, the use of coal and wood-fired stoves have also been prohibited. The overall air quality this morning in Anand Vihar, where my colleague Vedant Agarwal was reporting from, was hovering around the 307 level, and that's after the the stage 2 of the Graded Response Action Plan has been put in place. Construction activities, where he was reporting from in Anand Vihar, were also on when we last spoke to him. In fact, we have a report that Vedant sent us. Listen in.
This smog tower right next to the Anand Vihar terminal here in the national capital has proven to be a complete failure. Yet another year and the air quality crisis has kicked in. This time, as we speak, the AQI, the air quality index here in Anand Vihar, one of the most polluted areas of the national capital, is 307, which is in the very poor category, the dark red zone of the AQI categories. And well, it's expected to slip further in the coming days because of weather conditions that are not favorable to a good, healthy AQI. Now, what it does, well, let's try and figure out the impact of this of AQI. Well, the health risks are massive. As we speak, the PM 2.5 pollutants, which is basically the deadly micropollutant, the concentration of that pollutant is really bad here in Anand Vihar. The WHO's safe limit is 10, and as we speak, the concentration of the PM 2.5 deadly micropollutant here in Anand Vihar is 80. So you can imagine it's multiple times the WHO's safe limit, and the health risks, of course, as I said, are massive. Particularly the elderly and the children are vulnerable. This micropollutant enters the lungs and it causes chronic respiratory illnesses, and it can even cause cancer. In fact, latest studies from the Lancet Commission and other such organizations have also established a link between this particular micropollutant and antibiotic resistance. So that is the extent.
Right, Vedant joins us live at the moment from Delhi's Saket. This as the government's meet on implementing stricter norms under the Graded Response Action Plan is currently underway. Vedant, that meeting has begun?
That's right, Parmeshwar. The meeting has begun. Delhi's Environment Minister Gopal Rai is chairing that meeting. And what we're being told from our sources in the Delhi Secretariat is that senior officials from the CAQM, which is the centre's air quality panel, is currently briefing Mr. Gopal Rai on the various stages of the Graded Response Action Plan. This also, as remember, this time it's a little earlier that the peak pollution season has begun, because mostly it's post-Diwali that the air quality actually slips into the very poor category. At this time of the year, the air quality is in the upper levels of the poor category, but it's already slipped into the upper levels of the very poor category in some parts of the national capital. And in the meeting, Delhi Environment Minister Gopal Rai is also being briefed about the CAQM strategy going ahead. Will they be implementing stage 3 of the Graded Response Action Plan or not? Because if that comes into place, then of course there will be a stricter ban on L1 vehicles, diesel and petrol vehicles as well. Some models of the diesel and petrol vehicles, there will be a ban on that as well. Currently, the PUC certificate is also mandatory, and if you do not carry a PUC certificate with you from the Pollution Control Board, you will be fined. What is the strategy of the Delhi government on vehicular pollution? That is the focus of this particular meeting, because remember, as I said earlier as well, vehicular pollution contributes to almost 25%, as far as Delhi's air pollution is concerned. And at the same time, the Delhi government is also looking at its strategy on stubble burning, because as Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal had announced earlier as well, biodecomposer plan is something that they are focusing on, giving biodecomposers to farmers in neighboring Haryana and Punjab so that they do not resort to stubble burning. Also resorting to alternate crops is something that the Delhi government is looking at. So various aspects are being looked at, but the focus right now is on how to immediately tackle this air quality crisis, because in the next 2 to 3 days the weather conditions are such as that the AQI is expected to dip even further. So what is going to be the strategy of the Delhi government, it remains to be seen. Whether schools are going to be closed or not, because right now, remember, for the Shera, schools in the national capital are closed.
Yes.
So whether the Delhi government is also looking at a strategy to close schools further, that's also is being looked at. The Delhi government is expected to brief the press at about 1:30.
Vedant, as always, thank you so much for joining us with that quick live update.